Hello and welcome. In today's episode I'm going to show you how I put this together, which is 12 feet by 24 feet tiny house, 288 square feet with a little porch up front. So I'm going to show you this basically from step one here in a second. I just want to show you the overview, how everything looks, kind of a glass house feel. And if I sound a little bit different, I got a migraine for the last 2 days. Woke up with one in the middle of the night last night, and I'm just not feeling very good. But story of my life, as if you guys follow the channel, you know that. And that's just what happens to me. So this is the bathroom, which has a window in it and a nice step-in shower, and all the fixtures and for the water, everything's on the interior wall. So let's get to it. So this is what we got. I'm going to mess with finishes on the inside just so I can make it look kind of cabiny. This is a 5-foot tub that I'm putting in that bathroom. So it's a full-size tub. And you can put a tub or shower or whatever it is, but it is full-size, 5 feet. You have the toilet, as you can see right there, and a little vanity or sink base. I'll put a sink in there in a second. I had to raise the tub 1 inch because it just looks funny from the software. As you guys know, this software is very old, but I like it because it works. So this I'm stretching out to a regular size, so it's a stackable washer dryer, but it's going to be the full size. All you have to do is just stack them on top of each other, so they save space. And in that corner, that's the water heater, WH. And here's the window. I just gotta shrink it a little bit. It's going to be a 2-foot window by 3 feet, so it fits perfectly over the toilet, so you can get some fresh air into the bathroom. And this is how it's looking. So the plumbing for this house would be extremely easy and cheap to do. If you hire someone to do this for you, probably would be about like $2,000 or $2,500 at the most. If you hire someone, or if you know someone that can maybe help you in the family. I'm putting a regular door in here, but I will change that in a second. I'm not a fan of the pocket doors, but that's what I'm going to put here in a second. And this is a double size bed. So this would be just strictly for one person, just so you know. This design is strictly for one person, maybe someone that's retired, or someone that's just starting out, or someone that just needs a little place to live that's affordable and they don't want anything big. So this is going to be no frills, one person, little tiny house. This is a closet. I'm going to show you here in a second what my idea was, but you can make this closet the full length of this little room that I'm constructing, but I decided to do something a little bit different, and like I said, you can always change it. But the design is pretty good, I think. This little closet was like 3.5 feet, but what I wanted to do is put a little desk to the left of it or right of it, depends how you look at it. So maybe you can have like a little miniature office. See, so you got a little window right there, you're sleeping, you're looking at nature outside, and you have the closet on the right, and here's the little desk that you can have like a little miniature office. I'm shrinking this window to the same size, 24 by 36. I'm just taking all the lights out of it. I just don't like the lights in my windows, as you guys know. I made a bad joke with my first video, so I won't make that joke again, because people took me seriously when I was talking about the lights. Little laptop, and it has little drawers to the side, but you can take those off, obviously, if you don't have enough room for your legs to get in there. But it was a 3-footer, so it's a pretty good desk. This is basically where the plumbing would come in. Everything from that water heater along that line, only it would be on the interior walls. So it'll be, like I said, very easy to do this. All the plumbing would go inside of those cabinets, going from the inside the cabinets on the inside of the house, because you never want to put any exterior pipes, water pipes, on the exterior wall. In construction, that's a big no-no, and you're not supposed to do it. And for good reason, because your pipes can burst and freeze and burst, and you got a big problem. But here I'm putting the upper cabinets on this one. I think this one was at 15 inch going down, and then it was 24 inches wide. Here I'm putting a little cabinet so you can put a microwave in there above the, and you don't have to put a microwave. I'm just doing this for illustration purposes, what you can do, and that's what this channel is all about. So it's what you can do, and you can kind of alter however you want. I'm shrinking that cabinet to the right. I'm gonna increase that in size a little bit in a second. This is what I wanted to show you, a 24-inch refrigerator from Sears. It was, what was that, like $400? So it's a very good price, and that's what I would put in there. Nothing fancy, just straight off the shelf, no special orders, because like I told you before, anytime you build anything in a house and you have to special order it, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Well, not an arm and a leg, but it's just going to be more if it's a custom piece or special order. So my advice to people, if you want to save money, the simplest thing you can do, just buy stuff off the shelf that sits in the store, and you can just come in, pick it up, and then be done with it. That's the best way to save money. And here I'm plopping all the windows in, not another door, but windows. You know, you guys know me, and I like my windows. So even though the house is tiny, I like my windows to put in there. So you kind of feel like maybe you're sitting outside and the house feels bigger than what it actually is. So here, as I told you, my software is old, but what I'm doing is I'm putting, this could be a gas fireplace. That's why I'm taking the chute off. So you can put that pretty much at 0 clearance straight up against the wall if it's a gas one. If you pick the wood burning stove, you're going to have some clearance from the wall. And here, see here, I'm gonna adjust everything because that pantry to the right is a little bit too big. So I'm gonna shrink that to 12 inches. And I would probably custom make that just so you don't have to buy it. And I would leave it open so you don't have to worry about opening shelves or anything, so that trim of the door doesn't get in the way. And see, I'm just stretching everything out. So now you have that area next to the sink. You have a little bit over 3 feet of working space on that countertop, and I'll show you that in a second. I'm just messing here with a shelf for the TV and everything. And I'll show you what my idea is, because you're probably noticing, like, well, where do you eat? And you have a couple of things you can do, and I'll show you that in, like I said, in a second. So that's the TV. I gotta work with my old software and just move that TV up against the wall. And some of you might not even get a TV in a place like this. Who knows? But see, just fine-tuning everything with my OCD kicking in. It's a nice little cabin. So far, I mean, look at this thing. 12 feet by 24. It's like the size of somebody's bedroom in a big house. But this is the whole house. And you have everything in there. You have the washer, dryer. You have the water heater. So everything is functional, everything that you need. This would be for a mini split system. So there will be no conventional heating and air HVAC system. You can do a mini split, and it probably would cost you maybe $3,500 or $4,000 at the most for something so small. And it'll be nice and quiet, and it would heat and cool this place without any problems whatsoever, since the space is so small. And see, that's the next to the right to that sink, because that sink is 24 inches, and that's all you need. You have a little bit over 3 feet of space. It's like 15 inches, 12, so what was that? About 39 inches of space, so just a hair over 3 feet. So you can work there. And that dishwasher, you can erase that, you can take that off, you don't have to have it. It just depends how much you value your spaces for pots and pans and how you want to do it. And see, that's why I'm circling there. You're gonna have to squeeze in the light switch in there. So things get tight, but it is possible. It's not a problem at all. So anything is possible. You just gotta get creative and inventive with everything. That's all it is. And here's what I'm kind of playing around with doing, like a little dining room table that would fold down. This thing, the way I have it right now, you see how it's between those windows? You can kind of make a custom piece that snaps in and just goes up on that wall, so it tucks away when you're not using it. And then you bring it down and you unfold it so it's closer to that sofa, to that couch. So you can get creative with a little eating area. And I would look on Anna's White channel for that. She has great furniture that you can make at home with like 2x4s and 2x6s. So her channel is Anna White on YouTube. Awesome channel. She's been doing that for a very long time, and her furniture is good, and it's cheap because it's all stuff you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's, all the materials. So you can just need a little screwdriver and a drill, and you can put everything together, kind of like IKEA. I love her stuff, and eventually I'll build some of her stuff and I'll put it on the channel. That's the porch that I'm building, that I was talking about. I just gotta put a roof over it. And see, there's a picnic table, so in the summertime and it's warm, you can take your food outside and eat it outside. See, look at that. Obviously you're gonna need posts so that roof doesn't float, but you get the idea. That's what the channel is about. My software is not the greatest, but you gotta use your imagination a little bit so the roof doesn't magically float. See, that's where the post is gotta go, where I'm moving the mouse. So it's a cool looking house. I would have no issue living in this little thing at all. 12 feet by 24. 288 square feet. See, I'm just gonna erase this so we move it out the way. You can put a coffee table that maybe pulls up. You can do that. Custom one. And see, you can erase the dishwasher if you don't need it. I just put it there just so you see it. That 24-inch cooktop to the left, you can shrink that as well so you have more counter space. Maybe you don't need 4 burners. Little vault. You can put a fan in the middle. Same thing. Fan in the bedroom if you want. In case of emergency, that would be an egress window right there, so you can jump out if you need to, since it only has one entrance into the house. Typical cabin, basically. Well, see, look at that. You can be laying in bed and looking, and this is the bed I would use. Something from IKEA that has storage underneath, or use Anna White's blueprints or whatever, and you can build your own bed with storage, because she also has that. So everything that you need. If you don't see a mirror, people always give me a hard time. I never put mirrors in my homes, but you can do a medicine cabinet, so you got some additional storage in there. And then all the plumbing would go on top over there and into the interior walls to run it to the kitchen. So like I said, the plumbing and electrical work would be very easy. So there you go. 288 square feet. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.